So finally, after all the droughts and dry weather we've gone through, I'm finally able to show you a bit of footage of me cutting some fairly long, lush, nice green grass. It has been quite a long time since I've been able to do a video like this. The summer we've just had have been absolutely dreadful for grass cutting, but now the showers have come back, the weather's calmed down a little bit, so I'm finally able to show you some decent grass cutting footage. I am mulching most of this property. You'll see I do have the bag on. I simply have the bag on because there's a few areas that are quite lush at this garden, and when I get to the real lush areas I literally just flick the switch from mulch to bag, and there's just a few areas on this garden that I do bag instead of mulch, but 90% of this place is all mulched down. The mower seems to cope very well with it. I would recommend, if you are going to be mulching, to make sure your blades are really sharp. Make sure you keep them well maintained. Dull blades, when you're trying to mulch, you really notice the difference. And yeah, just a tip: if you are going to be mulching lawns, then I would suggest making sure your blades are really sharp. Although saying that, a sharp blade whenever you're mowing, bagging or mulching is always recommended, so always keep an eye on that blade. Now this is one of, if not the biggest lawns I maintain, and thankfully I've got Dad here with me. In fact, this is one of Dad's jobs rather than saying it's mine. This is one of Dad's jobs that we do. And yes, I know it is big, and I know that we are both using push mowers. We don't have a ride-on mower on this job. I've done a few videos from this place before, and I will always get the comments about needing a ride-on mower, and I know I would love to have one on this job in particular. But me and Dad, we can get this cut down hour and a half. We can come in, hour and a half. We're in and out. Mulching the lawns definitely helps, so you don't have the messing about emptying bags of grass here, there and everywhere. And we are fairly lucky at the minute because we are just getting over that drought period, so we never really had that time this year where the lawns were really long and we were sort of chasing it all the time. This year has been fairly easy to keep on top of this job. But yeah, hour and a half, me and Dad can be in and out. It's not a fun job to do on your own. Me and my dad have both done it on our own before. That isn't much fun at all. Probably looking at about 4 hours worth of work there, and it can be a bit soul destroying, especially if the lawns are putting on a lot of growth, if they're wet when you turn up. But on this particular day was absolutely perfect. Mulched the whole lot, and we were in and out in no time. I do find filming a big lawn like this fairly tricky. I am still trying to get the job done in a decent amount of time, and I don't really want to be moving the camera around 3 or 4 different positions every time I go up and down a stripe. So I do apologise, I have sped this bit right up. If I was to keep this footage the same speed, it would be extremely boring, and yeah, filming these big lawns is a fairly tricky thing. There's definitely a different feel in the air at the minute now, and autumn is definitely on its way. It's a lot cooler in the mornings, and you can notice it chilling off quite a bit more in the evenings now. Before you know it, all the leaves, if they haven't done already, will be starting to come down. I've noticed on a few of my jobs now that you're finding the leaves building up in the corners here, there and everywhere, so it won't be long before all the leaf blowers are out and we're wrestling against all these big piles of wet damp leaves. So yeah, that's something to look forward to. between now and Christmas. Things for me are getting fairly busy with lots of hedge work. That's all coming in now, and yeah, got all the leaves to look forward to. All the hedges you can see here on the left hand side, these are all hedges that we do throughout the winter time. Me and my dad, probably January time I expect, will come in. Throughout January, February, March, this garden only has one visit a month. The grass isn't growing, and the people in charge just want us to come in and keep on top of things, so that visit we will put aside to cutting hedges, that sort of thing. It's always nice to have something to look forward to work-wise in the winter. So this place is all finished off. There's a little bit of strimming involved at this place, just round the patio at the front here. There's not really very much to do. I think occasionally me and Dad will trim the bank you can see there. But apart from that, it is very much get the mowers out and get the grass down. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, be good, and I will see you next time.